Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bold and Beautiful. Today, does Brooke's order for Katie to leave Fashion House put an end to their sister feud? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan Forrester will continue to be hurt by Katie Logan Spencer's most recent betrayal. Hope Logan Spencer has been concerned about the potential destruction of whatever remains of Brooke and Katie's relationship. When Katie chose to adopt the Logan name and stole it from Brooke, the tension was already severe. But in Brooke's opinion, Katie has gone too far this time with all of this drama around Forrester's designer. Brooke may make a demand now that she's tired of it, which would make Katie very angry. If Katie wants to preserve their relationship as siblings, Brooke might even go so far as to pressure her to leave her new fashion house. Brooke might issue an ultimatum and force Katie to decide what is more important. If Katie loses her own sister, is she truly willing to pursue a fashion house that might not succeed? Brooke may advise Katie to acknowledge that this fashion firm has only generated problems since Bill Spencer gifted it to her. Brooke may contend that Katie can achieve her goals by returning to Forrester Creations and focusing on her strengths in public relations. Brooke may acknowledge that she is sick of this Logan argument and that she misses having Katie around the office. Brooke might caution that their relationship might be irreparably harmed if Katie presses the issue. Fans of B&B are aware that Hope has been terrified of that very thing, and Donna Logan Forrester may acknowledge that she shares her fear. It's simple to see Donna playing a significant role in efforts to mend Brooke and Katie's differences. Eric will return to Forrester Creations soon after the fashion feud tale has already ended. After Eric leaves, will Katie return there too, or at the very least, abandon this fashion house? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie will have to make some difficult choices and break some important news about Logan's future. After Katie and Bill's devastating designer loss, Eric returns to Forrester Creations. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, John McCook's character Eric Forrester is set to undergo yet another significant job transition. In the coming months, Eric will eventually step off the emotional roller coaster and return to his starting point. With that ambush at the retirement celebration, Ridge Forrester pushed Eric out the Forrester door. It makes sense that Ridge's actions hurt Eric and made him feel degraded. Even though Ridge made an effort to correct his error and persuade Eric to return to the organization, at the moment it was simply too little, too late. Rather, Eric seized the opportunity to attempt something new at Logan and demonstrate his ability to turn Katie Logan Spencer's fashion house into a major player in the market. But now that Eric has experienced another medical episode and Ridge is aware of the truth, things have shifted. It's clear to everyone that Eric is upset, anxious, and devastated by the way things have turned out. Eric truly wants to be able to create at Forrester Creations and make his own decisions without feeling like Ridge is in charge of everything. Based on B&B spoilers, that is what this plot is now developing to. Eric is traveling to Forrester, even though he won't be returning to work there straight away. Ridge is aware that Eric is still skilled and has more to offer the fashion industry because he appeared to be sincerely fascinated by his sketching even after learning of his betrayal. All that has to be done is strike the correct balance and ensure that Eric doesn't jeopardize his health. Eric himself needs to realize that he cannot kill himself to make a point. Ridge will be more determined to put this right and find a solution now that he understands how deeply he has wronged his father. Eric will also want that, but he will also want to know that he is in charge of his own life going forward. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Eric will eventually return to Forrester Creations, meaning Katie and Bill Spencer will have to cope with losing their star designer. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Eric Forrester thinks he made a mistake. If he breaks the significant commitment he made to Katie Logan, her recent joy could become a serious problem. When Bill Spencer asked Eric when the line he was designing would be ready to launch, he made a reasonable request. General Hospital. Charlotte's plot to expose guilty Willow and get even with Nina. The video player is starting to load. Play the video. McCook's character, however, responded defensively, refused to even give an approximate time limit, and then questioned the fabric used to make the outfit. Regarding Eric, Donna Logan is concerned. Regardless of Logan's artistic aspirations, she won't let his life be in danger after witnessing the mounting stress he's under since accepting the position of lead designer. Donna Logan seeking love. Merely serving as Katie's mentor would have been dangerous. Either the senior executives of Forrester Creations would have discovered the truth, or that information would have eventually become public knowledge. Eric was aware that working for the competitor was a calculated retaliation play, thus family strife was inevitable. Emotional outbursts were inevitable because his new outlet was the up-and-coming fashion house from Spencer Publications. Maurice Bernard of General Hospital is in need of a break from the soap. See the story. Donna, meantime, needs to think about her own stress level. Even though she knows that Eric and Ridge Forrester would inevitably blow out, she is still watching out for Eric. Ridge Forrester did not act cruelty-free. Eric told Bill and Katie up front that Ridge had put him out to pasture. Although he was correct in theory, there is now reason to wonder given Eric's apparent breathing problems brought on by stress. Was Ridge correct to worry about his father's health and suggest that it was best not to work every day? Ridge may have been right on the money in the near run. He co-founded the business that carries his last name with Ridge's mother, Stephanie Forrester, and he wasn't attempting to oust Eric from it. It would also be acceptable to argue that Ridge was right to announce the retirement party right away rather than waiting months or more. However, private, one-on-one discussions may have been held prior to the celebration, as it went poorly and resulted in a direct drive to work hard for Katie. Eric Forrester can reduce his work and still not completely retire. Eric felt that he was past his prime and didn't know how to deal with that. In today's fashion industry, he is the living embodiment of what FC has been and still is. Ridge was right to be concerned, though, as evidenced by Eric's admission to Donna that he was taking on more than he could handle. He will understand that Brooke Logan was disregarding his abilities and that his son wasn't attempting a power move. Everyone wants Eric to be an integral member of the family and stay with the company forever. However, they must also keep him from exerting too much pressure because his health problems have previously flared up and are now resurfacing. Therefore, cutting back on work is probably the answer. It can remain a compelling plot point whether it takes place at FC or Logan. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers show Katie Spencer might be starting to have second thoughts about marrying Bill Spencer and accepting his over-the-top wedding gift. Dollar Bill knew what he was doing when he dangled a fashion company in front of his new bride. Katie didn't think twice when she accepted. But, is she in over her head? General Hospital 2-week spoilers February 2nd to 13th. Michael and Willow's battle and Max's coma awakening video player is loading. Play video. Katie's having doubts. Bill Spencer was determined to get his Katie back down the aisle. That's why he offered to give his wife her very own fashion company. It all sounded great, seeing as how Bridge was treating her funny at Forrester Creations. But, starting a company from scratch is turning out to be a lot more work and stress than she realized. All hell is set to break loose this week in Los Angeles when the Forrester family learns that Eric has been cheating on them and drawing dressed with Beatty. A full-blown war is set to erupt, and now Eric Forrester, John McCook, wants to go back home to FC and is done having his temper tantrum. Did Bill play Katie? In a matter of a few episodes, the state of affairs at Logan is going to start to look hopeless. Rumor has it Dollar Bill will take his wife aside and tell her it might be time to throw in the towel. After all, he's sinking money into a fashion company with no designer or staff and not a single product to sell yet. But, did he see this coming all along? If Bill pulls the plug on Logan, does that mean their entire marriage is null and void? Will Katie be able to forgive him for giving her a company and then taking it back? Did he just bamboozle her to get her to say "I do" again?